Rick and Thad.
What's good, my people? Thanks for choosing Total Payout Podcast. You're chilling with your host, Trouble. Today's date, March 26, Sweet 16 time. Got a couple games, so y'all gonna go ahead and handicap all of them and get them out the way, today's games. Now, today's game, we're gonna start with the first game, which is Texas versus Purdue. We got Texas, who beat NC State, BYU to get to this point, and then we got Purdue, who beat Queens, North Carolina, and Miami of Florida to get to this point. Now, head-to-head, they have played 3 times. Texas 2-1 straight up. Texas 2-1 against the spread, and the over is 3-0. Now, Texas is 4-1 straight up. Last 5 as a dog. 5-3 straight up at a neutral court. Texas 4-3 against the spread at a neutral court. Now, Purdue is 4-1 against the spread last 5. 9-0 straight up at neutral. Purdue is also 6-3 against the spread at a neutral court. Now, Texas did have to win the first game in the round of 64, so they played a couple more extra games than Purdue. And then Purdue is a Big Ten champ by beating Michigan, so we want to keep that in mind as well. That Purdue's on a hot streak, also beating Michigan in the Big Ten game. Now on this game, it's kind of tough, man. My personal line got Purdue -4. I'm gonna go ahead and take that, man. I'm gonna take Texas plus the 8. I'm gonna go ahead and take Texas plus the 8. That's double my line right there. I can't pass them extra 4 points over Texas right now. Texas hot. They played around 64. They got to be flying high with confidence. Purdue, very great team. Great point guard. Kind of small in the middle. I think Texas can attack them in the middle and keep this game close. 8 points is a lot of points at this point at this juncture of the season. Texas is not a mid-major team. They are a big conference team, big in the SEC. So not to say the SEC is the greatest conference as far as basketball goes, but everybody in that conference is level. So see what we can do. Big Ten doing their thing right now in the tournament, but I do see Texas covering this 8. Now the second game we're gonna handicap is Iowa versus Nebraska. Obviously Big Ten foes, so they see each other once or twice a year, every year. Now we do have head-to-head. Iowa 7-3 straight up last 10. Iowa 6-4 against the spread last 10, and then the over is 7-3. Now Iowa is 1-4 against the spread versus the Big Ten last 5. Iowa 2-9 straight up last 11 as a dog, and they're 5-2 against the spread at a neutral court. Nebraska is 5-2 straight up last 7. 6-1 straight up last 7 as a favorite, and then Nebraska 3-2 against the spread at a neutral court. Now to get here, Iowa beat Clemson and #1 Florida, so great wins. Got to be having a sugar high right now. Nebraska got here beating Troy and Vandy, not bad. Vandy obviously a good win. Now on this game, man, obviously these are 2 known foes, so they play each other often. My personal line has Nebraska -1. I think the game is like 2.5. I'm gonna go ahead and roll Nebraska money line in this game. Keep it simple. I know Iowa does have a good straight up and against the spread record against Nebraska, but to be honest, Nebraska's better than Iowa, so we're gonna go ahead and take Nebraska on a money line just to win at a neutral court. Now the third game we're gonna handicap Arkansas versus Arizona. Should be a great game. This might be the best game of the night. Now this is their first ever meeting, so if you can believe it, first time ever meeting in basketball. Now Arkansas 7-0 straight up last 7. Arkansas 12-5 against the spread last 17 as a dog, and they're 8-4 against the spread at a neutral court. Now 5-4 against the spread at a neutral court. So in the 9 games they played on a neutral court, they're 5-4. Arizona 10-0 straight up last 10. 5-0 straight up last 5 as a favorite, and they're 8-1 against the spread on a neutral court. So Arizona's smoking hot, and then on a neutral court they're smoking. Now Arkansas beat Hawaii and High Point to get to this juncture, and then Arizona beat LIU, Brooklyn, and Utah State. So now both of these teams are conference tournament champions, so we want to keep that in mind. Now looking at this game, man, I got Arizona -9 on my personal line. I think they opened up -7.5. They're now at like 8. I'm going to take Arizona minus the 8 in that game. I just believe Arizona's a way better team. Arkansas does have the dynamic point guard. They got the coach. But I think Arizona's a stacked team, very deep. Arkansas might go 7 deep at the most, maybe 8 if you want to get foul trouble in there and put somebody in there. But theoretically at this point of the season, Arkansas is going 7 deep at the most. At the most. So, and I just think Arizona's real deep. Real deep at this point. And then also just in the tournament, I think they played the best team out of the both teams. Utah State to me is better than Hawaii. They're better than High Point, and they're better than LIU Brooklyn. So I think Arizona has played the better team in the tournament so far. Out of the four teams that each one of those two teams played, Arizona has already played the better team. So let's go ahead and take Arizona -8. Now the final game we're going to handicap, it's going to be my hometown, Illinois versus Houston. It's going to be a tough one. Now it's going to be a get back game. The last time they played was in another tournament game in 2022. Houston won that game straight up and against the spread, and it went under. Now Illinois 4-1 straight up last 5. Illinois 10-2 last 12 on Thursdays, and they're 4-3 against the spread as a neutral court. Houston 4-9 against the spread last 13, 7-1 straight up last 8, 4-1 last 5 versus the Big Ten. Now Illinois got here by beating Penn and VCU. Houston got here by beating Idaho and Texas A&M. It's a tough one in this game, man. Because Houston's obviously great team, great coach, great team. Especially the last few years, they've been dogging. But I think they run into big Illinois tonight. We big down low. Houston got the guard play. We got the guard play. I think it's gonna be a great game. That might be contention with the Arizona game. Glad it comes on after the Arizona game. So I can end my night with that game. I think it's gonna be a doozy. I think Illinois money lines them, but give me the +2.5 with Illinois. I just think that right now, tournament, we have a tournament type of team. Got a lot of European players, who play a lot of big time basketball as far as overseas, not necessarily stateside ball, but they've been in big games playing Euro ball. A lot of the Euro ball play a lot of big games. So we're gonna go ahead and take Illinois +2.5 with the European players and a couple of our super freshmen mixed in with a couple of vets. So let's go ahead and take it. Now go ahead and recap the games that we taking today. We're gonna go ahead and take Texas +8 over Purdue. Like I said, man, I think Texas rolling right now. They play one extra game. They got to be riding high. I actually like Texas guard play. To me, Purdue only got one dynamic guard. After that, it's shaky. They're real small down low. So Texas can take it to the rim. I think they can hang in this game. Now the second game, we're gonna take Nebraska money line. I mean, I just think Nebraska better than Iowa. Neutral court. These teams see each other more often than not. I think Nebraska could pull this out by 1 point. So we're taking Nebraska money line. Now, as far as the third game, we're taking Arizona -8. Like I said, Arizona is a better team, well stacked, probably go at 9 deep, while we know Arkansas goes 6 to 7 deep if we want to be real. 8 if it's foul trouble or somebody fouls out or injury, but be realistically, they go 6 to 7 deep at the max. So, I just think Arizona will outlast them on endurance and talent alone. They have more talent. Arkansas real freshman led, Arizona senior led. Not to say that always matters in college basketball, but Arizona's seniors are great guards, just like Arkansas's freshmen are great guards. So it's going to be a great matchup. And then we got Illinois +2.5 over Houston. I do think Illinois will be able to, withstand Houston's defensive. Houston has a lot of offensive droughts. They have real bad offensive droughts, and Illinois is a great scoring team. They're one of the highest scoring teams in college basketball. So if Houston goes on a drought, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. So I do appreciate you guys tuning in to Total Payout Podcast. Tongue twisting. It's your host Trouble. You're chilling with your host Trouble. You guys have a great day. It's going to be Thursday, March 26, 2026. Sweet 16. Gonna be a great day. I'm gonna go ahead and watch the games, handicap tomorrow games, get that ready for y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. I appreciate it. You guys have a great one, man. Stay out the way. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
Hey, Rick and Thad.